Welcome back to another video and another weigh-in update. It's been a while since I've done one from my car, but that is where I am today. I am in a leisure centre car park because Tasha's gone for an interview, and I thought rather than waiting until I get home, which possibly would have been the most sensible thing to do, but because I don't know when that's going to be, I thought I could just bring my stuff with me now, which is what I've done. So if it's your first time here, my name is Beck. Thank you so much for joining me. And I am currently trying to lose weight following a calorie control diet, and I'm also using lots of positive thinking techniques and positive affirmations, which is something that I'm finding really helpful. And for somebody like me, it has been quite, or it is quite difficult to get into the routine of doing, because I'm not one of those people that can sort of, I don't know, me and Tasha were just talking about this now, sort of brag about themselves. I've never been able to do that. So when you see all these positive affirmations, it's obviously to get yourself in a better mindset, and some of them are, you know, just general things that we should probably all be saying to ourselves, and I am doing it. It feels a bit weird, but I'm doing it nonetheless. So that is what I'm doing at the moment. And obviously the last week you will have seen the meals and the sort of week that I've had. I quickly went into it yesterday, but just didn't go into too much detail. So talk a little bit more about that now. Prior to this last week, the 2 weeks before, I've done really well. So my whole mindset changed. I can hear lots of people talking. And I don't want them to think I'm being weird because I've got my phone in my car and there's a park over there, but I'm not facing the park. So I'm just being mindful of that. The 2 weeks prior to this last week, I've really made a massive effort and lots more vegetables and fruit. This last week, not so much. It would be easy to say that it was because I had some celebrations, but the real reason, I suppose, is that I wasn't organised enough. And that is what happens with me, probably with a lot of us. Now, I really feel, obviously, lots of people know this, when you're planning and when you're doing things properly, that is when you see, or I definitely see it, better losses. So going forward, I'm going to try and be more prepared than I have been, because I really wasn't prepared last week. I mean, I had things that I could use that were fine, you know, lower calories, but I didn't have the fruit and veg, or I didn't utilise the fruit and veg that I've got. So I'm going to make that my mission for the next week. And I mean, I know it hasn't been a bad week, but we had a birthday party on Saturday, and then we went out for food ourselves on the Thursday. And even though it might only be 2 days of not being so great, those 2 days will have had an impact. So how did I do this week? Well, this week, actually not as bad as I thought, because I've got to be honest, after halfway through the week it was fine, but then coming towards the end of the week I could feel that I wasn't, and I think you know in yourself. So I did have a gain, and I will show you if I can get myself out of focus. Oh, the sun's in there, can you see that? So I did have a gain of £1, which is now a total loss. So I'm 16 stone 7.5, and that's a total loss of 3 stone 13.5, and a total loss since I've started of 5 stone 2.5. So I'm not feeling as bad as I usually would when I have a gain. And I think that's all to do with this positive mindset that I've been getting myself into. So I'm going to continue doing that because it does help. I've put a few little quotes and things that I see in the mornings when I wake up, and just to share them with you. If it's something that you do like and you do, you know, want to see more of, then I'll just share them daily when I get them. So, because it's no trouble for me to just click on the picture, save it, and then share it with you on my community page. That's fine. So as long as I, you know, it's what people want to see, because I don't want people, I don't want to see that, you know. And I think sometimes, even me before I started, was probably guilty of thinking that it wasn't really going to help. And I started doing it because I'd heard people talking about it. And I thought, well, do you know what? I think anything is worth a go. I'm loving it. I mean, I know I've probably told you, And I'm hoping it comes across that I am liking it a lot. So it's not just the app that I've got. I'm not sure what it's called, but I'll link it down below, because if I can link it or just name it, whatever I'm going to do, I will do that. Just for, for some people, mindset is everything. I think when you're trying to lose weight and you are on a journey like this, then mindset is probably the most important thing, or as important, because you can have the food and everything, but if you're not in the right frame of mind, you're not going to opt for the healthier things. You're going to go for the bad things every time. I say bad things, the unhealthy things, because they're not bad. Everything in moderation is fine. And that's just the way that I'm feeling, and I'm hoping that it comes across like that, like I say. So going forward for this week, I'm going to be planning more. In fact, I'm going to sit down and do a little bit. Sit down. I am sitting down. I'm not even standing up, am I? I'm going to do a little bit of planning now while I'm here in the car. I've been shopping. I picked up some bits yesterday, so that's going to push me forward now, because I'm working only until Wednesday. So then after that, I can do a proper shop, and hopefully I'll be having a good week before that happens. So wherever you are, I hope you've had good weeks. I hope whatever losses, gains, maintains that you've wanted have happened on the scales, but don't put too much pressure on yourself, or focus on just the scales either, because that is something else I'm learning. I haven't done my measurements for a long time, but I'm thinking that I'm going to probably do them today. I know they've gone up, obviously, since I would have done them, but just another starting point now, because it's probably maybe 6 months since I did them. So I think that's important, because it's often the non-scale victories that can give us the boost that we need, and is important, because any boost is a good boost, isn't it? And I also wanted to say as well that I've been incorporating just 10 minutes of exercise into my day when I'm waking up in the morning. So before I'm doing anything, I'm going downstairs. Normally I will have a coffee or something like that, but I'm making sure that, along with changing my routine up by doing the positive affirmations and things, that I'm doing 10 minutes, just 10 minutes of a walking workout or something, just to get me into that right headspace, I suppose. And it's having a brilliant impact as well, because the job that I do is a sitting down job. I'm in an office, so just having something like this, my steps are shocking, and this just sets me on that track to set me up for the day, and it makes a massive difference. So I can't recommend that enough either. So if it's something that you've been thinking of, don't put it off, because that's what I do. That's what I've always done. I'm a procrastinator. That is me. But I've been making sure that I'm getting up, and it's literally 10 minutes earlier. So 10 minutes earlier every day to do a 10-minute workout, and it's really having a big impact. That has helped me really, really. I guarantee you that if I hadn't done the 10 minutes this week that I've been doing, that gain that I've had would have definitely been more, I think. So have a lovely week with the week coming forward, and I will see you tomorrow for my What I Eat in a Weekend. Thank you so much for watching.